What if the most terrifying killer in horror history wasn't just a character? What if Michael Myers was real? Tonight, we're diving into the shadows, into a story so disturbing it may have inspired one of the most iconic villains of all time. This is not just about Halloween, this is about the mind behind the mask. In 1978, audiences met Michael Myers, a silent, unstoppable force of evil. A 6-year-old boy who murdered his sister and then never spoke another word. The story is legendary, a cornerstone of horror cinema. But what if it wasn't just a brilliant script? What if the idea was born from something much darker, something buried deep in real psychiatric files? The truth is often stranger and more terrifying than fiction. John Carpenter, the mastermind director of Halloween, once shared a story that sends a chill down your spine. As a film student, he visited a mental hospital. There, in the sterile, oppressive environment, he encountered a patient who would haunt him for years. He described a boy, no older than 12 or 13, with a blank, pale, emotionless stare. Carpenter said it was a schizophrenic stare, a truly evil stare. He felt this boy had a darkness about him, an absence of light, humanity, and conscience. That single, terrifying moment planted a seed. The empty gaze he couldn't forget became the very essence of Michael Myers, the embodiment of pure, motiveless evil. So what exactly did Carpenter see? What creates a mind so devoid of empathy? Psychologists have long debated the nature of so-called pure evil. It's a condition far beyond simple anger or a desire for revenge. It's a fundamental absence of humanity, where empathy is a foreign language and violence is as natural as breathing. Michael Myers isn't just a fictional killer. He's a symbol of what happens when that essential human connection is completely stripped away, leaving only a hollow shell. But here's the unsettling part. Cases like this exist. They are rare, but they are real. Children who commit unspeakable acts and then show absolutely no remorse, no flicker of understanding of the gravity of what they've done. Are these the real-life Michaels? And if so, what created them? Nature or nurture? Or is it something else entirely? Something we can't even begin to comprehend? These aren't just hypotheticals. History is peppered with chilling cases that mirror the fictional horror of Haddonfield. Consider a case from the 1950s, a young boy who stabbed his sister, later claiming that the voices told me to do it. Or the teenager who, just days before Halloween, donned a mask and began hunting his classmates, turning a festive season into a nightmare. And then there's the psychiatric patient who would stare blankly at a wall for hours on end, whispering over and over, "She deserved it." These stories didn't become blockbuster movies. They were quiet, personal tragedies, buried in case files and local news archives. But they were real. And in many ways, that makes them even more terrifying than the monster on the silver screen. These weren't unstoppable forces. They were boys, teenagers, neighbors. They remind us that the darkness Michael represents can exist anywhere. Let's talk about the mask. That blank, white, featureless face is arguably as iconic as the character himself. It's not just a disguise, it's a powerful metaphor. The mask erases identity. It removes emotion. It transforms a person into a thing, an object of pure terror. Its origin is almost as creepy as its effect. The production team needed something cheap and scary. They bought a Captain Kirk mask from a costume shop for under $2, spray-painted it white and widened the eye holes. The result was accidental genius. It became pale, lifeless, and utterly devoid of expression. It was the perfect visual representation of the boy Carpenter saw in that asylum. A blank slate onto which we project our deepest fears. The mask became a symbol because it suggests that evil has no face, that it could be anyone. It could be standing right behind you. Over the decades, Michael Myers has become more than a character. He's a cultural legend. He's spawned countless sequels, inspired fan art, and become a Halloween staple. But the fear he evokes runs deeper than simple movie magic. It's a psychological trigger. He taps into one of our most primal terrors. The idea that evil can be silent, random, and completely unstoppable. As one horror fan put it, he's not just scary, he's emptiness. That's what makes him terrifying. A psychologist might say Michael Myers represents our fear of the unknown, the chilling possibility that evil doesn't need a reason to exist. It just is. This is why, after more than 40 years, he remains the undisputed shape of fear. So here's the final, lingering question. Was Michael Myers based on one single, real person? We may never know for sure. The identity of the boy in that asylum remains a mystery, lost to time and patient confidentiality, but the clues are all there. In the chilling stare that haunted a young filmmaker, in the silence of a boy who committed an unthinkable crime, in the real-world cases that echo his story. The legend of Michael Myers is a mosaic pieced together from a real encounter, psychological theory, and our collective anxieties about the darkness that can hide behind a human face. Maybe Michael Myers isn't just a character. Maybe he's a warning that evil doesn't always announce itself with a roar. Sometimes it just waits, patiently, behind a blank white mask. Thank you for watching Mind Twist videos. If this story made you question what's real and what's not, then we've done our job. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an enigma. And remember, he's still out there.